Hello and welcome, guys and girls. This is the Persian Prince. Another video as part of the Rome 2 multiplayer guide, and this is going to be the second demonstration of an active substyle combined with reactive, I suppose. This is going to be a skirmish build, as you can clearly see. I've got not a single melee infantry unit, only melee cavalry. And this is exactly where you have to combine being active with being reactive. We shall see how that is done. Now, first of all, a tip when using horse archers or slingers, fire at the enemy's right, because that's where their shields aren't. As you can see here, they're on their left. So yeah, he's got his chariots here. That's fine. Here I am reacting. I'm sending cav over to this flank. I don't want to waste my ammo on that. And if you press F, by the way, you'll switch your elephants to melee mode. Not actually sure what he's doing with the chariots, but as you can see here, I'm reacting with the units you should react with. Yeah, but right now I'm just gonna send those back here. You can see I already caught one of his chariots. Thing is, he's got all those elephants here. So I'm gonna react once again. And here I am essentially trying to push him back as that chariot is gone. Chariot is gone. Now my royal cat is this way. Here come the elephants. Also gonna be sending more royal catas this way, and these royal cataphracts gonna pull back again. You can see here I'm being reactive, here I'm being active. And here I caught his chariots. Oh, did I? I should. They're pretty much dying at this point. So yeah, you can see how I'm being reactive here and active there again. I was just able to showcase. That unit, I didn't actually manage to destroy it quite yet, but yeah. It's actually got thorax spikes. As you can see, he mismicroed his units. Here, I should turn on a whistling shot. Yep, as you can see, I caught his chariots. Chariots are gone. Now I'm gonna pull back here. This is where I'm being reactive, because he's sending in Galatians and potentially pikes too. That's why I do not want to engage him there. I've got 3 royal cataphracts. I've got camel archers. Now I'm going to be active here. That's where I'm gonna be active. Slingers. Actually, I'm gonna send my slingers this way. One elephant here, the other here. Yes, I've got my elephants, my camels here, not elephants, my bad. This guy's probably a heavy shot, because that's most useful against heavy infantry, which he's got. Again, that's being reactive. And now those cataphracts will be here. I'm gonna be moving them in case. Actually, let me put them a bit forward. And here I'm gonna be reactive. More active actually. Both active and reactive, as I'm going in with the camels. Here, fire some flaming arrows, and then once that's done, I'm gonna pull back. Send this here. Not sure what's going on over here. Oh, I'm shooting my own units? Oh, that's pretty funny. But yeah, here I'm pulling back. I'm gonna pull back again. Back the horse archers again, and these camels. Yeah, he's actually trying to push me, which is fine. Again, here I could potentially snipe his African war elephants. As you can see here, I'm gonna do flaming on them, make them run amok. They're not actually running amok though, unfortunately. I've spent so much ammo too. As you can see, he's actually spent trample, so that means his unit will get exhausted. That's good for me. I'm gonna put the slingers like this. He's trying to catch me, but he's not gonna make it in time. Here actually his elephants are gonna die. Don't want to send in my general though. Here I go, slingers. Here I'm gonna trample into his unit. And this is how you deal with elephants. You see? Combined arms. Here I was reactive and I used units I needed to use to take care of his elephants. So there they go, they're gone now. I'm gonna keep pulling back my slingers. Elephants too. Like that. It's the camels. Why not? I guess I could start using the regular shot. Put them like this. This regular shot would do more damage. Now with heavy shot, yeah, I'm gonna put them like this. Go slingers, get them ready. As you can see, they're using whistling shot right now. As you can see, as I'm gonna send in my horse archers here, they're gonna be doing quite a lot of damage. Especially as I'm hitting his rear now, his thoraxes. I'm gonna get in close to do even more damage. Essentially what I'm doing. Camels, I'm gonna have to pull them slightly away. Pulling away a little bit, but these guys are gonna do quite a bit of damage. As you can clearly see here, this unit is pretty much dead almost. Yep, now I need to focus on the other thoraxes. Now he's just taking so much damage. That unit is gone. Here. I'm pretty much responding in time with everything, as you can see. Horse archers doing an insane amount of damage here. Even frontally, I'm still doing some damage there. But still. So yeah, these thorax spikes, they're gonna die at some point. Down to 109. Now I'm gonna pull back my royal cataphracts, fire at the flank of that unit, and look how I'm out skirmishing him. As you can see here, this unit is down to like 79. It's down to 70, as you can see. It's gonna keep going down here. Thorax spike is gonna pretty much be nullified almost. You see it's down to like 50 something. I'm gonna pull back again. Here I'm gonna pull my units back once again. As you can see, I'm using all my ammo to take out as much of his units as possible and at least reduce his HP. That's important. Even if you don't actually kill units, there's an HP system in the game. That's why it's good to do something like this. So at this point, basically I could just charge into that pike unit and kill it. But right now I'm pulling back with my horse archers. Here I'm actually going to take out this thorax, which is good. But this elephant probably should send it back. Yep, here he's being reactive, as you can see here. And I'm being reactive too. But this is essentially how you play with this style. As you can see, as soon as it's out of position, what does this mean? I'm gonna engage with my elephant. exactly what it means. Well, after I do some HP damage here, I'm gonna try and take out his elephant. Look, discharge, and the game is done because he left it. So as you can see, that's how you play with skirmishing style, and I didn't even take many losses up to that point. I lost maybe a few men and horse archers or something, but that's about it. Was it slingers? I forgot which unit. I can't even see. Oh, this cataphract lost some men. Or oh well. Anyway, that's pretty much how you play with skirmishing style. Sub-style rather. You just don't engage until you use your ammo, if possible. Try to prolong the engagement. I mean, try to prolong the period between the skirmish phase and the melee phase. Because you need to do as much HP damage to your opponent as possible. I'm stressing it again. And you need to just take him out piece by piece with concentration of forces. As you saw there, like I had slingers and I had an elephant at the end of the game, and he had only one Galatian there. So 3 slingers were used to reduce the HP of the Galatian, while the elephant was used to just charge in and destroy that whole unit. I also matched up the units, obviously, because elephants do really well against Galatians. And then in the other scenario, earlier on in that specific game, there were Galatians. No, there was this elephant that he had rushing into my slingers. I used all my slingers to, again, reduce the HP on his elephant. Oh, I don't actually want to start a game. So yeah, at that point, the slingers did the HP damage. Then I went in with my Royal Cataphract. Notice how I didn't send in my general though, because that was going to be risky. I sent in a unit that wasn't my general, so I didn't want to risk my general. So after that, I pinned the elephant down, and then I was still using my slingers to take it out. So that's essentially how... That's one of the cases where you have to react. But there are a lot of different things you need to do in order to react to what your opponent is doing and act accordingly. Like as you saw there, I was using the terrain of the map because there was some water on the map, and I was running around the map with my whole army, and he couldn't actually catch me with his infantry at all. Like, I think there was only one point where one of his, what was it, like 20 men of his thorax pike or something like that managed to get my slingers, but that's when I got an elephant charge off, so that unit was gone anyway. So as you were able to see, that game was in my control for pretty much the whole duration of the game. And that's what skirmishing does. Like, it depends mostly on you whether you win or lose the game when you're skirmishing. If you play really well, well, you have to play really well in order to win with skirmishing. Because if you don't, and one cavalry goes through, there go all your skirmishers, for example. Or like you take a bad engagement that is too close to his main infantry body, you're gone because his infantry can come into support before you mop up his cav. So like you have to judge each decision separately based on the current circumstances. So like don't like just do things irrationally, so to speak. Unless of course you're just rushing, but you still need to think about where you're rushing in that scenario, like how you're gonna rush. So don't just think that like, oh, it's gonna go fine or whatever. You have to think and try to emulate what's gonna happen before it actually happens. Just have that in your head, imagine it, and it's gonna go well for you. But obviously when you're beginning, you might actually lose a lot of games trying to win as Parthia with what I just used. And that may be either because the map you used it on was wrong. For instance, you played on a kink, like a heavily forested map with this style. You'd be at a huge disadvantage if you do that, because obviously arrows are not as useful in forests, elephants not as good, cataphracts not as good, slingers not as good. Everything is weaker pretty much in a forest that that skirmishing style gives you. Or the map was, let's say, flat. That should work the best for skirmishing style. And what could I think of? Also be, yeah, of course, obviously the opponent's faction matters a lot. So if you bring Parthia against, say, Massagetei, bringing Eastern Slingers is probably not a good idea. Or skirmishing at all. You probably just want to get as many cataphracts as you can. Or like, you may be able to skirmish, but you require very precise micro. And skirmishing, like, I wouldn't bring Eastern Slingers, I'd bring Horse Archers against Massagetei. Or what else is there? If you're up against Rome, against Slingers, it'd be very hard to use properly, as Rome has some of the best shields and armor in the game. So it would be hard to take down all that heavy infantry, which is why you have the elephants for. Also the Royal Cataphracts, they can do very well if coordinated correctly. The timing is of the essence here, which I'm actually gonna tell you about in one of the next few videos. But for now, that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and see you next time.